Asus ExpertCenter PN52 Review. As an expanding number of people opt for remote working, the classic desktop PC market lessens as the more flexible laptop starts to gain popularity. Yet, more and more need to be aware that you don't have to sacrifice if you wish for the capability and comfort of a desktop without its physical bulkiness. Mini PCs are plentiful, including the Asus ExpertCenter PN52. The model we attempted has commendable performance given its size and can be upgraded significantly. It functions similarly great as a regular desktop computer, a video display driver with a VESA mount in its package, or as a media streaming box. Accepting its lackluster comparison to Apple's newly released Mac Mini, there is very little one could take issue with this mini PC, therefore awarding it 4 stars. As the epitome in the industry of mini PCs, the Intel NUC family is a highly adored choice. Generally measuring 4 or 5 inches square and somewhere between 1 to 2 inches high, their size may differ on the type of model used. Offered with CPUs ranging from an Intel Celeron up to a Core i9, you can totally tailor your own configuration. If you're purchasing single items as a solitary user, though, you might need to purchase memory and SSDs separately in addition to an operating system. Although some people prefer building their own computers, others appreciate the ease of use that comes with the ExpertCenter PN52, it takes only a touch longer than an average. The distinctiveness of the PN52 mini PC lies in its CPU, an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H mobile processor with integrated Radeon graphics, rather than the more typical Intel chips. Not only was our review system packaged with a mouse and keyboard, but it was also properly set up. The PN52 has 2 RAM slots, and our test article had laptop-style 8GB SO-DIMMs filling each of these for a total of 16GB. Accessing the RAM is as simple as removing 4 screws from the bottom of the PC and prying off its top. When doing so, be attentive not to disconnect the connector to the container for an optional 2.5-inch SATA HDD drive. The PN52 has the capacity to manage up to 32 GB of RAM if you intend on using it for projects such as content creation, requiring larger memory. Our review unit was furnished with an M.2 PCI Express 3.0 SSD of 512 GB. Yet if we were planning to employ this device in a production environment, we would possibly upgrade from its current capacity. Asus declares that the highest M.2 and 2.5-inch drive compatible are both limited to 1 TB each. Yet if you should require more than that, another M.2 socket is located by the SSD port on the upper casing. The PC is small yet very upgradable, and Asus makes the upgrade locations easily accessible. Many of these upgrades can also be requested when ordering the computer directly from. The PN52 is easily upgradable, and contains as many ports as a bigger PC, a power switch, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, a USB 3.2 Type-C port, and an audio jack. And an LED indicator showing power on and drive activity on the front panel. The case is designed with vents on both sides for optimal cooling, and even after long hours of usage never felt more than mildly warm. The backside of the computer boasts plenty of ports, counting 2 full-size HDMI ports, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, another USB 3.2 Gen 2 port, plus a second Type-C port. There is additionally a 2.4 gigabits per second RJ45 Ethernet slot and a space to fit in a configurable port. Our test machine had a display port in the configurable spot, but you could also choose among another HDMI port, a second LAN port, or a VGA or COM port. The Asus PN52 comes with the configuration for driving up to 4 4K monitors or a 1 8K display, though our benchmark testing was done on a single 4K resolution display.